Sir Henry Montgomery Lawrence KCB was a British soldier and statesman in India who died in the Siege of Lucknow during the Indian Rebellion. He is remembered in the Indian subcontinent as founder of the 4 Lawrence Military Asylums. Career: Lawrence was born in 1806 into an Irish family at Matara, Ceylon, the eldest son of Lieutenant Colonel Alexander William Lawrence and the brother of John Lawrence, 1st Baron Lawrence. Educated at Foyle College, Derry, and then at Ascombe Military Seminary. In 1823, he joined the Bengal Artillery at the Calcutta suburb of Dum Dum, where Henry Havelock was also stationed about the same time. In the First Burmese War, Lawrence and his battery formed part of the Chittagong Column, which General Morrison led over the jungle-covered hills of Arakan, until fever decimated them, and Lawrence found himself back in Britain, wasted by a disease that never completely left him. He returned to India in 1829, and was appointed revenue surveyor by Lord William Bentinck at Gorakhpur. He spent some years in camp, during which he married his cousin Honoria Marshall and surveyed every village in 4 districts, each larger than Yorkshire. He was then recalled to a brigade by the outbreak of the First Afghan War towards the close of 1838. As assistant to Sir George Russell Clark, he now added to his political experience in the management of the district of Firozpur, and when news of disaster came from Kabul in November 1841, he was sent to Peshawar in order to push up supports for the relief of Sale and the garrison of Jalalabad. He was often unpopular with higher authorities due to his insistence that government should pay most attention to the welfare of the Indian population. He became the British resident minister in Nepal from December 1843 to 1845. At the end of the First Anglo-Sikh War, the treaties executed provided for a garrison to be based in Lahore. Lawrence remained there as agent to the Governor-General in charge of political relations of the British government with the Darbar. By the Treaty of Berawal, he was made the resident at Lahore as well as agent to the Governor-General for the northwest frontier. While here, he governed the area with the help of a group of officers later known as Henry Lawrence's Young Men. In 1856, he was appointed to the newly annexed province of Awadh as Chief Commissioner. In 1857, during the Indian Mutiny, the Siege of Lucknow took place in the province, and the British community, including the garrison of some 1,700 men, took refuge in the British Residency when the siege began on the 30th of June. Commander Henry Lawrence was one of the first casualties, being wounded by an exploding shell on the 2nd of July and dying 2 days later. When Lawrence was critically injured, he is supposed to have said to those around him, "Put on my tomb only this. Here lies Henry Lawrence who tried to do his duty." This epitaph appears on his tombstone at the Residency graveyard. Educational institutions. Lawrence established institutions for the education of the children of British soldiers, known as the Lawrence Military Asylums, at 4 places in British India. 3 of these institutions survive today as the prestigious Lawrence School, Sanawar, Lawrence School, Lovedale, and Lawrence College. Goragali, the 4th, which does not survive, was at Mount Abu, in present-day Rajasthan. Following the disruption of 1843, along with Sir James Outram, Lawrence supported Reverend Alexander Duff in establishing the Free Church Institution in Kolkata, as a rival institution to the General Assembly's institution, which had been founded by Duff in 1830. These 2 institutions would later be merged to form the Scottish Churches College, known since 1929 as Scottish Church College. Family life. Lawrence married Honoria Marshall in 1837, but she died in 1854. Works. Lawrence, HML. Adventures of an Officer in the Service of Ranjit Singh, London, Henry Colburn, Lawrence, Henry Montgomery. Essays, Military and Political, written in India, London, W. H. Allen and Amp. Co. Lawrence also contributed to the Calcutta Review. Commemoration. Lawrence is commemorated by a high cross in the cemetery adjacent to the residency in Lucknow. He is also remembered in the names of Henry Lawrence Island in the Indian Ocean at 12N93E, the town of Lawrence, Indiana, New Zealand.